Mastering cultural sensitivity development. Cultural sensitivity standards are arbitrarily imposed, with no metrics to prove their effectiveness. Where in the organization are cultural sensitivity standards explicitly defined, and what metrics are currently in place to measure its effectiveness, including what specific tools or assessment methods are utilized to evaluate its impact on operational excellence. Cultural sensitivity standards are explicitly defined in the organization's diversity and inclusion policy, which is embedded in the employee handbook and communicated to all employees during the onboarding process. The policy outlines the organization's commitment to creating an inclusive work environment that values diversity, promotes equity, and fosters a sense of belonging among employees. The organization has also developed a cultural competence framework that outlines the expected behaviors and attitudes of employees when interacting with diverse colleagues, customers, and stakeholders. The framework is based on the following principles: respect, valuing the perspectives and experiences of others; empathy, understanding the emotional responses of others; self-awareness, recognizing one's own biases and limitations; communication, actively listening and clarifying to avoid misunderstandings; curiosity, seeking to learn about different cultures and perspectives. To measure the effectiveness of cultural sensitivity standards, the organization uses a combination of metrics, including employee engagement surveys, to gauge employee perceptions of inclusion and cultural sensitivity in the workplace; diversity and inclusion metrics, such as diversity of hires, promotions, and retention rates; customer satisfaction surveys, to assess customer experiences with diverse customer-facing employees; training participation and evaluation, to measure employee participation and feedback on cultural sensitivity training programs; incident reporting, to track and respond to incidents of cultural insensitivity or bias. Specific tools and assessment methods used to evaluate the impact of cultural sensitivity on operational excellence include the Cultural Competence Assessment Tool, CCAT, a standardized survey that assesses employee cultural competence in areas such as communication, empathy, and self-awareness; the Inclusive Workplace Culture Survey, IWCS, a comprehensive survey that evaluates employee perceptions of inclusion, diversity, and cultural sensitivity in the workplace; the Diversity and Inclusion Performance Metrics, DIPM, a set of metrics that track diversity and inclusion outcomes, such as diversity of hires, promotions, and retention rates; the Customer Experience Survey, CES, a survey that assesses customer satisfaction with diverse customer-facing employees; the Training Effectiveness Evaluation, TE, a framework that evaluates the effectiveness of cultural sensitivity training programs in changing employee behavior and attitudes. These metrics and tools provide a comprehensive picture of the organization's cultural sensitivity standards and their impact on operational excellence. They enable leaders to identify areas for improvement, track progress over time, and make data-driven decisions to promote a more inclusive and culturally sensitive work environment.